Hi everyone, welcome to our new segment Ask a Ranger, where we will answer your questions about colonial history, the history of the American Revolution, the battle, the park, the National Park Service, whatever questions you might have during this period when the Visitor Center is closed. For today, we're going to tackle a question that we get a pretty good bit here at the Visitor Center. Why did Patrick Ferguson, the Loyalist commander, choose to fight here at Kings Mountain? Well, first of all, if you've been to our mountain, you know that it is a high ground. Typically in the military, you wanted a high ground for a vantage point. But our mountain was the wrong place to try to do that. The top of the hill was almost completely bald, no trees on top, but the hillsides were wooded. So as his enemy, the Patriots, were approaching, they had cover while his troops were exposed up on top of the hill. Also, Ferguson was waiting for some of his Loyalist militia to return from furlough. He had allowed them some time to go and harvest their crops, since it was the fall harvest season, and those militia had not returned yet, so he's staying in one place to try to give them time to return. He's also waiting on reinforcements that he had written to Lord Cornwallis and Banastre Tarleton to try to receive. Unknown to him, those messengers didn't reach those commanders in time. The messenger to Cornwallis didn't even get to Charlotte until the Battle of Kings Mountain had already happened. He's also been slowly meandering towards Charlotte, so he is slowly making his way towards Cornwallis, trying to give time for those militia to return, trying to give time for reinforcements to arrive. But he's been hindered by a lot of rain. The creeks and rivers are swollen, it's hard to ford. So that could have hindered him as well and caused him to choose to stop here at Kings Mountain. He also is wanting to prove himself to Lord Cornwallis. Sir Henry Clinton, the British commander in North America, has given him a huge job to try to recruit Loyalist militia here in the backcountry, that they are going to be the backbone of the force that defeats the Patriots here in the South. There's a very small core of regular British soldiers, but then they're depending on militia for everything else. So Ferguson is wanting to show that he can do this job, he can score a decisive victory against those pesky Patriot militia. And finally, he grossly underestimated the resolve of the Patriots. Every time, every battle in the South before this, when Patriots have been faced with the bayonet, they had run from the battlefield. But here at Kings Mountain, those men, even when they retreat, they come back each time. So he underestimated the ability of the Patriots to return each time, and he overestimated the ability of the bayonet to drive them off. Hope you've enjoyed this segment. Please list any questions that you want us to answer in this segment in the comments section below, and we will try to get to those during this time.